Hello, my name's Daff and welcome back to Journey to a Better Me. This is my blog about me getting to be a better person. Alright, if you haven't already, go back and have a look at some of the previous blog posts and hopefully they'll give you a better idea of who I am and why I'm doing this. Okay, today I'm going to be looking at brain training and improving your mental capacities because, well, let's face it, as we all get older, we lose a bit, we slip a little bit. So it's important to keep training our brains. Okay. Now there are many different ways you can do this. There's lots of great online programs that help with training, and I use Luminosity, which is one you can download. You can use it free or you can pay to get more features. Obviously, that's the way life is. You have to pay for things if you want more features. Alright, so I use Luminosity. I also play Tetris on my phone, which has been shown to have a really great impact on your brain and help problem solving especially. And I do lots of reading, which is fantastic for your mental health because it keeps you reading and growing, and it keeps the synaptics going. More so for me, I'm learning Spanish, so I'm learning a language which has been shown to really help with your brain development and keeping the cognitive gears going in your brain. Okay. Now I've done a lot of research about brain and brain development and how it can go. And now there's this notion that's really growing traction and it's becoming very mainstream, which is called neuroplasticity, which basically means that your brain, back before the common belief was each area of your brain had a specific function and that was that function, and if something happens, you got a brain injury in there for some reason, then you would lose the ability to do whatever that part of that brain was. So if it controlled your sight, it could make you blind, and that does happen, and it's been shown to be correct. There are specific areas of the brain that control specific things. But what they've done is some research that's showing that the brain is very unique and it can pick up different aspects of what we do if one area is damaged. So in this book, which is this one right here, The Brain That Changes Stuff by Norman Diggity, he talks about some research they did with monkeys. Now, whether or not you agree with animal testing or not, he did do this research. And what they did is they took monkeys and they tested their brains and, got them to move fingers and things like that and saw where the brain lit up, okay? And then what he did is he sewed their finger together, which I know it sounds very cruel, okay, and it probably is. I'm not a big fan of animal testing, but, he sewed these fingers together and got them to move. And what they found is the area in the brain that controlled the motor movements of the hand, when they could see it light up when all the fingers were moving, but when they sewed them together, the two fingers, those two areas of the brain, actually became one area to control that one part of the finger. That one now was one finger. Then when they unsewed the fingers and let them move again, the brain went on to split again to control the two individual fingers. So, this shows that the brain has this ability to adapt and change to the circumstances. He also talks about his father who had a massive stroke, and his brother took him back to Mexico City where he lived and taught him as if he was a baby to walk, crawl and do everything again. And it took many years, but he recovered 98% of his previous motor skills and abilities, and he actually died about 10 or 15 years after his massive stroke of a heart attack while he was climbing a mountain. So for a man who had a massive stroke to then be climbing a mountain, that's fantastic. It really shows that the brain can change and grow and evolve. I highly recommend reading that book and doing some research of your own about different training techniques and methods. Like I said, these are just the ones I use. I like Tetris because I like playing games, so I play Tetris. Any game that you find that is problem solving is great for your brain. So yeah, I do, like I said, Luminosity. They have a lot of problem solving games which I use. Tetris, which I play. Reading, absolutely fantastic. The other thing you can do is walk around with no shoes on and try not to look at the ground when you're walking. Look up, because what that does is it makes the muscles in the leg react, and it sends a signal to your brain. Your brain has to keep adapting to it. So walking on sand, which is a soft surface and you can sink into it, as you're stepping into the sand, obviously your ankles will go left and right, and backwards and forwards, whatever, and that sends a signal up to your brain to say, oh, we need to stabilize and go this way. oh no, we need to go that way, and it keeps your brain working. So it's a very simple thing that you can do. Obviously, if you have balance problems or you're a little bit older, I highly recommend that you have somebody around while you're doing it, and be sensible about it. Don't go over the top. But it's a very simple thing you can do. All right. So yeah, this blog post was about training my brain and what I do to train it. So to recap, do Spanish. I use Luminosity, which is a great online website. You can use it online or get it on your phone. I play Tetris. I read. And I walk around in bare feet. So if you don't like shoes, it's great. But yeah, so those are the things that I do for training my brain. All right. Thank you again for stopping by and having a look at this blog post. I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great week.